What's going on, everyone? Welcome to our Week 10 waiver wire targets video. It's Saturday, and before we get started, drop down to the comment section and let me know your Hattrick pick for this upcoming week. The contest will start on Sunday and will go through to next Saturday. Last week, we did have a correct prediction. Mr. Ethan Martineau, you have earned the bragging rights, staying true to my favorite player, Mika Zibanejad. Congrats, Ethan, and the other FP members and myself included, we need to step our game up. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first waiver wire pickup for this week is Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars. The 2017 39th overall pick is entering his first full season with the Stars this year. He was pretty solid in the AHL last season, scoring 25 goals and 47 points in 60 games as a 20-year-old. This was enough for him to crack the opening day roster, and he's been great with Dallas this season. Early on this year, Robertson's minutes were very unstable, playing from 8 minutes per night to 14 some other nights. But recently, due to his performance, he's moved up to the second line and the top power play unit, and over the last 6 games, he's been playing over 17 minutes per night. This is promising for fantasy owners, especially owners in deep leagues that are looking for solid value on the waiver wire. The Stars' power play has been great this season, at about 23%, and now Robertson is being given an opportunity to skate with that top unit, and this only justifies his outlook for the coming weeks. So far this year in 21 games, Robertson has 4 goals, 16 points, a +5 rating, and just 35 shots. Robertson does hold more value in leagues that value goals and assists, and this is due to his low peripheral volume. Nevertheless, the increase in opportunity is something we can't disregard, and if he can continue to sustain these minutes, Robertson could be a hidden gem in deeper leagues. On ESPN, his ownership is at just 4.6% and just 4% on Yahoo. Up next, we have my boy from the Boston Bruins, Matt Grzelcyk. Finally, Grzelcyk's healthy and he's doing exactly what we expected in the preseason. Since returning from injury in early March, Grzelcyk has recorded 6 points, including 3 on the power play, 27 shots, and 10 blocks. He has solidified his spot in the top power play unit, which is top 3 for goals over the last 3 seasons. His minutes have been kind of all over the place, but this could be due to Boston not trying to push him too hard because he has had over a month off because of his injury. But over the last 3 games, Grzelcyk has played over 21 minutes per night, and this is the minutes that we're really looking for, especially if he's skating with the Boston top line and quarterbacking the top power play unit. We do expect his plus-minus numbers to jump up quite a bit as the season progresses. He's sitting as a +3 right now, but since 2018, Boston's second in the league for goals for percentage at 55.8%. And they've given up the second least goals over that same period. To my surprise, people still aren't on Grizz, so it's a perfect time to take advantage and add him to your roster. On ESPN, his ownership's at just 33%, and on Yahoo, we see him at 43%. Just to note, the next 2 Bruins games are postponed, but this doesn't change Grzelcyk's outlook at all. Coming in at number 3, we have one of the best prospects in the NHL right now, Jamie Drysdale. The 2020 6th overall pick has recently been called up to the Ducks roster after scoring 4 goals and 10 points in 14 games in the AHL. In his debut, Drysdale had 1 goal and 1 assist and assisted on Anaheim's other top prospect, Trevor Zegras' first goal. Now, Drysdale is risky at this point in the season because we don't really know how much they're going to play him and how sustainable his production is going to be, but from what we saw in the first game, Drysdale skated on the second pairing and the top power play unit and played over 18 minutes. Anaheim is desperate for offense, and Drysdale adds some much-needed talent on the back end. Their 12% power play percentage ranks near the bottom of the league, and it seems like they're confident that Drysdale can come in and make an immediate impact. It's very difficult to find shot, hit, and block numbers from the AHL, but from the research I did in 14 games, Drysdale had 36 shots on goal, which is really good for a defenseman. Given this may not be a surprise to see him shoot the puck that often, because he is an offensive-minded defenseman. Moving forward with Drysdale, you can look to stream him this week and monitor his production, and if the minutes don't work out, don't hesitate to drop him. On ESPN, his ownership's at just 7%, and on Yahoo, he's up to 14%. Only 27% of the viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you're liking the content so far, take a second right now and click that subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously and keeps us motivated to continue producing high-quality fantasy content. Now, let's continue into the video and get to our sell high candidates. Coming in at the 4th spot, we have Kevin Labanc of the San Jose Sharks. Now, typically I'm not a fan of San Jose players at all, but Kevin Labanc has been solid this season and he's now skating on the top line and the top power play unit. Last season in 70 games, Labanc had just 14 goals and 33 points and added an atrocious -33 rating. Just a disastrous year for Labanc and the entire Sharks team. Luckily this season in 28 games, he has 8 goals, 18 points, a -3 rating, and 67 shots. Labanc has been skating alongside Logan Couture and Evander Kane, and when the three are together, they've been pretty impressive. Labanc has had a beneficiary of being on this top line, and the chemistry between them has been great with a 2.57 expected goals for per 60 in 240 minutes. Labanc leads the Sharks in on-ice Corsi for percentage at 53% and on-ice scoring chances for percentage at 54%. So it's evident that the Sharks are producing their most chances when Labanc is on the ice. His 4.14 shot attempts per game is fairly high, given his sub-17 minutes average time on ice this season. Over the last 10 games, Labanc has been below 17 minutes time on ice just one time, meaning his responsibility has changed significantly from the start of the season. If Labanc can continue to skate top-line minutes and play on the top power play unit, he poses as a very solid waiver wire pickup. On ESPN, his ownership's at 18%, and on Yahoo, we see him at just 16%. The final waiver wire pickup for this week is Scott Laughton of the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers have been an absolute mess this season. From COVID protocol to season-long injuries, it feels like they literally cannot catch a break. Laughton has actually been really good for Philly this season, playing a second-line role alongside Kevin Hayes. Last season was the best of Laughton's career. In 49 games, he scored 13 goals and 27 points, held a +13 rating, and recorded 74 shots and 109 hits. Laughton's hit volume caught me by surprise this season. Along with recording 77 hits in 25 games this year, he's also scored 7 goals and 16 points, added a +8 rating and 40 shots. Laughton's hit volume is at a career high right now at over 3 hits per game, which is an increase from last season at 2.2 hits per game. This may be a factor of him playing in more of a shutdown role this year, and an increase in minutes to 15-30 per night this season also plays a role. Laughton has the most value in bangers leagues, but he does hold value in other leagues given his point production, solid plus-minus numbers, and shot volume. On ESPN and Yahoo, his ownership's at just 18%, so he's still being overlooked. That'll do it for our Week 10 waiver wire pickup video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't already, click the link in our description and join our Discord. The Fantasy Puck community is growing, and we want all of you to be part of it. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.